everybody having a nice hand. Kayleigh, Leith, Dave Mininberg, and Todd Lincoln Richards. Jackie Stone, Jeff Abraham, Nia Cece. Y'all will be up after this round. Take it away there, Kayleigh.
Yep. My name is Kayleigh. Thanks so much, Debbie, for having me here tonight. The song is This Woman. I heard the midnight promise. It breaks at the break of dawn. I've had that kind of love. It's here, then it's gone. I tasted kisses like honey. They ended bitter and cold. Been locked in an ivory tower and chains of gold. This woman wants a man that'll hold her and never hold her back. This woman needs a touch of a lover with a heart on fire and a tender hand, gentle as an April shower, strong as a hurricane. That's the man it's gonna take to tame this woman. Don't talk about forever. Just take me half the way. Don't start a conversation unless you got something to say. I ain't no bright-eyed beauty. Fell off the turnip truck. If you're just looking for a quick fix, you're out of luck. This woman wants a man that'll hold her and never hold her back. This woman needs a touch of a lover with a heart on fire and a tender hand, gentle as an April shower, strong as a hurricane. Well, that's the man it's gonna take to tame this woman. Tame this woman. Oh, this woman. This woman. Oh, this woman.
Kayleigh, Leith. Here's Dave Mininberg.
This is about when you're supposed to be doing some work and you come along, see some old pictures, and you end up reminiscing instead of getting your work done. Well, I was cleaning out the attic not so long ago. In the bottom of some boxes I did find, with some albums and some bags filled with photographs of the two of us in our former lives. And old pictures, they remind me of what we used to be. Old pictures, they remind me of all the places that we've seen. And old pictures make me sad for the lost days. And old pictures make me glad we learned things the old ways. I learned things the old ways. And I stared hard at the image, looking back at me. a young man was laughing, floating on life's breeze. And in a blink I realized that was 20 years ago. That young man had no idea what life would lead. And old pictures, they remind me of what we used to be. Old pictures, they remind me of all the places that we've seen. And old pictures make me sad for the lost days. And old pictures make me glad we learned things of your ways. I learned things of your ways. Well, the next thing that I saw, a dark-haired young girl, so full of beauty and of life. And I held that picture close, and a tear welled in my eye. And then a lump filled up my throat. And old pictures, they remind me of what we used to be. Old pictures, they remind me of all the places that we've seen. And old pictures make me sad for the lost days. Old pictures make me glad we learned things of your ways. I learned things of your ways. Things of your ways. I learned things of your ways.
Dave Mininberg.
Thank you.
Here's Todd Lincoln Richards.
Well, I remember high school like it was only yesterday. Yeah, I can tell you about it now. Back then I didn't have too much to say. Well, I was the shy one, and I just kept it all inside. Some kids go for the spotlight. I went looking for a place to hide. And the way it felt, well, nobody was on my side, and I needed help. With everything I tried, and I wish I'd asked Mary Lou to dance. But she'd never go for a guy like me. If I'd only took the chance, the answer to my life wouldn't be maybe he. So I went in the Navy after graduation day. 4 years on a submarine from Australia to Pompeii. And I traveled around the world, but I never figured out why I stood there in the corner while the band played Twist and Shout. But that was 20 years ago. And how was I to know that this hole that I can't fill would be haunting me still? I wish I'd asked Mary Lou to dance, but she'd never go for a guy like me. Well, if I'd only took the chance, the answer to my life wouldn't be maybe. Well, I heard she never married, and she never settled down, and she never moved away, and she lives just across town. And I got it in the mail just a couple weeks ago, a letter about my class reunion, and I decided I'm gonna go. I went and got a haircut, and I bought me some new clothes. There ain't much for certain, but there's one thing that I know. Well, I'm gonna ask Mary Lou to dance. She just might go for guy like me. I'm gonna walk right up and take the chance. She might say no. She might say no. But maybe.
This one is called My Heart Goes Back. Sitting at a station, waiting on a train, down some long blue highway, driving through the rain, from somewhere far behind me. I feel you touch my hand. You always seem to find me, no matter where I am. My heart goes back to a summer day when the world was us and it turned away to a flowered field in an endless sky, in a bed of green where we will lie, in the promise of a brand new love still echoes from the past, and my heart goes back. All the roads I've taken and the places I have been, it only takes a moment to take me there again. My heart goes back to a summer day when the world was us and it turned away to a flowered field and an endless sky, in a bed of green where we will lie, in the promise of a brand new love still echoes from the past, and my heart goes back. Oh, Thank you.
This song's called Hey Little Girl. Hey little girl, hey little girl, hey little girl, are you ever gonna come back home? You went off heading south, warm weather would clean you out. Now you know that it's what's inside, and from that you can never hide. Said your mind had to be clear, said you had to get out of here. Now that you've been gone so long, have your problems all been solved? I say, hey little girl, hey little girl, hey little girl, are you ever gonna come back home? Different jobs in different states, different guys and same mistakes, side to side and never ahead. How long can this life be led? Now you're older and what have you learned? Maybe wiser since you've been burned. Not forever, but I'll wait for you. Come on now, what you gonna do? I say, hey little girl, hey little girl, hey little girl, are you ever gonna come back home? Hey little girl, hey little girl, hey little girl, are you ever gonna come back home?
David Mininberg, Miss Todd Lincoln Richards.
She came alive after years out in the barn. I never thought I'd hear that motor run. I had to sweep away the cobwebs when I took off that old tarp. Been working on her in my spare time now for a month. And when I climbed up in that seat, it felt just like I remembered. And I turned the key reluctantly. It took me right back to riding with my dad, and we didn't know that he'd leave so suddenly. Well, he used to say, hey, let's take a drive and to see what we can find. Let's take a drive. Yeah, we can leave this world behind, and just for a little while. We'll be back by supper time. Let's take a drive. We used to drive along this dirt road down beside the lake until the gravel turned to mud down by the swamp. And then he'd turn on to the highway and we'd stop at Dairy Queen. And he'd say, don't be a fool and tell your mom. The windows down and the wind whipping through my hair. Yeah, it's a memory that I hope never fades. And we'd get those great big twister cones, and then go and park it somewhere in the shade. He used to say, hey, let's take a drive and just see what we can find. Let's take a drive. Yeah, we can leave this world behind just for a little while. We'll be back by supper time. Let's take a drive. Now sometimes we'd head on up the mountain or out by the old sawmill, and he'd say, this old truck's the last Apache in these hills. So go on and get your sister and climb up in that seat. Well, I'll tell your mother that we'll be gone for a little while. Put the station on the oldies and roll that window down. We're headed down the road a couple miles. let's take a drive and just see what we can find. Let's take a drive. Yeah, we can leave this world behind just for a little while. We'll be back by supper time. Let's take a drive.
Don Lincoln Richards. We got one more from Kayleigh Leith. And Kayleigh, before you play, Jackie Stone, Jeff Abraham, Nia Cece. Y'all are going to be up after this round, these 3 songs. Be tuned, ready to go. It's going to be 1 song each. And here is Kayleigh Leith.
Thank you so much, Debbie. This song was a song that I wrote when I was here recording my last album, and this song is about my love for Nashville, and that's why I moved here 2 months ago. I was living in Europe for a while, and I just fell in love with Nashville, so I figured I would just pack up everything and move here. So that's what this song is about.
This big small town got its hands all over me. I don't want to wake up in a city with new lights. Ain't nobody telling me where and who I want to be. Open up my eyes and see that something just ain't right. Wasting time in a place that I know I will never be. Shifting gears till I find everything that I want in this life. Feels like letting go, but I'm holding on. Can't seem to fight it off, 'cause I'm not that strong. But maybe, well maybe one day, when I'm downright ready, I'll feel like letting go. I'll feel like letting go, letting go. Seen a lot of open doors, wherever I've been. I just want to walk through, but no one ever lets me in. Always telling me where to go. It's like I have no real home. Never felt so alone, but I won't be held down. Wasting time in a place that I know I will never be. Shifting gears till I find everything that I want in this life. Feels like letting go, but I'm holding on. Can't seem to fight it off, 'cause I'm not that strong. But maybe, well maybe one day, when I'm downright ready, I'll feel like letting go. I'll feel like letting go, letting
Leith.
Thank you.
And we got one more from Dave Mininberg.
I'm a teacher by trade. This song's about two friends of mine, retired teachers, and they've been together. They were high school sweethearts, and they're married, and they still live in the same house in the same town that she grew up in. So I don't know why it came out sounding kind of Spanish, but it did. Where they met 50 years ago, and he saw her a sight to behold. And she said, "Are you sure you have the right girl?" And he said, "Now that I met you, you are my world." And legends never die, like old soldiers, they just fade away. Legends never die, they will always live on some way. Well, in him, she saw the man he would be. So young, so strong, so bold, and American made. And he saw her and he knew that he could never leave. So pretty, such a sharp mind, so unafraid. Legends never die, like old soldiers, they just fade away. Legends never die, they will always live on some way. To teach young people how to believe, to listen to their hearts, to not give up on dreams. And they know that's the way great things start. To encourage, to be honest, to live straight from the heart. Legends never die, like old soldiers, they just fade away. Legends never die, they will always live on some way. Now age has a way of diminishing our light, but as time rolls on, theirs just gets more bright. And maybe it's the power of two that's just too strong. And maybe it's the power of the love that's burned so long. And legends never die, like old soldiers, they just fade away. Legends never die, they will always live on some way.
Dave Mininberg. We got one more from Todd Lincoln Richards.
Sometimes you remind me of the bright lights of the city, the twinkle in your eyes and your shiny hair. And just like 5 o'clock on any given Friday, seems I just can't get anywhere. But your heart is like a ghost town. Nobody lives there anymore. And every part of it is shut down. And the hinges on the doors creak like they've never been opened before. If I had a covered wagon down to Main Street, and I'd put you right by my side. But your heart is like a ghost town. Nobody lives there anymore. And every part of it is shut down. And the hinges on the doors creak like they've never been opened before. Now it's gonna take more than a new coat of paint to bring it back to life now one more time. And what a shame it couldn't be sustained, 'cause I still believe there's gold down in that mine. But your heart is like a ghost town. Nobody lives there anymore. And every part of it is shut down. And the hinges on the doors creak like they've never been opened before. Yeah, the hinges on the doors creak like they've never been opened before.
Todd Lincoln Richards, Dave Mininberg, and that was Kayleigh Leith. All right.